Another attorney commercial with big promises? Millions of dollars, practicing law 24 hours a day, blah, blah, blah. Let's get rid of the smoke and mirrors. None of that really matters. What does matter? Having a medical doctor as your attorney. That matters.
Okay, crew, this is for areas east of the Front Range here in southern Colorado and from the Denver area off to the east. But we've got some strong wind on the way, especially as we head into early Friday and through the day on Friday. There are high wind warnings in effect from about Lamar, Holly, off to the north, and then getting toward the west here over the Palmer Divide. It's areas just east of Kiowa, out on I-70, down into Cheyenne County, and up across northeastern Colorado. These warnings across this area go into effect overnight and last through the day on Friday, and here's why. So starting off Friday morning at 4 a.m., the wind will start to pick up. The strongest wind is going to be during the morning, probably between about 7 and noon, and you'll see this computer model here getting some gusts up into the 60s. Now, this computer model, I'm just not grabbing the strongest computer model that I can show to try to be like extreme or to try to scare you. Usually this model, and we call it the HER, is on the higher end of things and sometimes a little out to lunch when it's forecasting wind gusts. But this is one of the situations where it's usually closer to what happens. And so I certainly think some gusts to around 60 are possible when you get off to the northeast of El Paso County. We'll still have some wind off to the northeast of the Springs, but it won't be as strong as from Lyman off to the southeast here. So areas along Highway 287 out towards Cheyenne Wells and Arapahoe, and then areas to the north. Again, could get some gusts to around 60 miles per hour, and then we'll start to pull it back as we head into the early part of the afternoon. Still obviously enough to cause some issues. And then for the back part of the day, the strongest gusts will start to pull back. Here's one of the concerns and one of the reasons that we have these high wind warnings that have been issued. When it's this strong, sometimes telephone poles will snap or power lines will come down. Could be some blowing dust out there. Northeastern Colorado didn't get the snow that we had across southeastern Colorado last week. Also, some of the areas across eastern Colorado here in the southern part of the state probably get some strong wind gusts. I think for the most part, anything that approaches 60 miles per hour is going to be probably off to the north of Highway 50 here, and maybe picking up in a pretty noticeable way, but we'll still have a windy day out here. No doubt about that, eventually getting some gusts to around 50 as we move into the middle part of the day here, and then we'll see those start to pull back a little bit for the back part of the afternoon as well. So once we move past about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we'll see those numbers start to drop out of the 50-mile-per-hour range and pull back. Some of the lightest wind tomorrow, even though we'll get some gusts around Pueblo, probably be from about Pueblo off to the southeast here. Nothing like what we'll have across some other parts of the Centennial State.